Greetings, today is Sunday, March the 14th of 2021. Let's talk about customizing Kenner Real Ghostbusters action figures. Let's just talk about customizing action figures, but I'm going to use these as my illustrations. There's the first thing, I guess, that I always try is spray painting. So here's a Peter Venkman from way back in the day that I spray painted. I put tape or possibly mold making latex over his Moogly, and then spray painted his body gray. Must have masked off the hands, the head, possibly the shoes, maybe the belt too. And then once he was painted gray, I peeled all that off. The reason I painted him gray was because my very first flight suit was a Dickies gray jumpsuit. Then I also did a very similar looking figure, a different issue of Peter Venkman because the Moogly was on the chest instead of the shoulder, but I painted one in a black outfit, same deal, and then spray painted them and then hand detailed them. The next thing that you can try is to start swapping parts on figures. Matter of fact, here's a couple of Janines, two of this one and two of this one. Apparently at some point I wanted to put this one's head on this one's body. Never have gotten around to it, maybe one of these days. Here's a figure that I did actually swap parts on, which was took the bubble off of this guy, the head off of this guy, and the body off the Super Fright Features Egon, put them together and painted them to be the Egon that goes into the containment unit in the Xmas Marks the Spot episode. Another thing you can do to customize figures is to hand paint them. These were some of the first figures that I ever painted by hand. These were acrylic paints, my first foray into mixing my own colors and hand applying paints to make the spectral Ghostbusters. Another method you can use is recasting. Eric Koch made a fantastic Ecto Glow Janine, something Kenner had never done. Took this figure and made a mold of it and did it in glow-in-the-dark plastic. Very cool item. Recast the Proton pack. Fantastic art. I can't say enough about this, but I've covered it in a previous video. So, what's another thing you can do to customize figures? You can paint them with spray paint, you can paint it by hand, you can swap parts around, you can do other things, but new technology, something I haven't really dabbled with, is to 3D print. Now this is an item that actually arrived on the 12th, on Friday, and there's a list of these. They are sending them out as they get ready. I was on the list. I got mine Friday. And you want to talk about just cool happenstance. On Saturday, they actually put the correct episode up on the Ghostbusters YouTube page, which of course was the Boogeyman Cometh. Now, they generated this as a 3D mold, and then, if I'm not mistaken, they made physical molds from the 3D print to start producing this figure. But look at the paint job on this guy. Look at the sculpt on this guy. Just a fantastic piece. This is from BammToy Co, which you can find their Facebook page and talk to them. But, oh, just a beautiful, beautiful figure. And unfortunately, the only regular Egon I've got here in my hand is missing his head. So let's use this guy, use the spectral Egon. You can see he just towers over these figures. So very, very cool. And the only previous time that this character has been offered as a toy, look, he was just this little teeny tiny guy. So very, very happy, very satisfied. Oh man, with the quality of this sculpt. I mean, he's got pointy fingernails and pointy teeth. A toy company wouldn't do that. This nose would put your eye out. These ears would put your eye out. This figure would be so dumbed down to make it safe for a commercially produced item that I really feel like going to a customizer is the way to go on something like this. Look at that beauty. And he has posability. His hands, his shoulders move, his hips. I'm not sure if the wrists rotate, possibly. I'm not going to force it. And then the head seems to be solid, but the legs can move as well there. All right, so thank you BammToy Co for getting me on the list for this item. And the communication was great. They let me know when it was ready, when it was about to ship. They gave me the tracking from Canada. Just wonderful, wonderful custom toy purchase all around. The Boogeyman. He's gonna find you, nothing behind you, the Boogeyman. Thanks for watching.
That was the Boogeyman going bye-bye.